There is absolutely no denying that the Calgary Flames rookies are massive for the future of the organization, especially this year's flock of youngsters. Flames fans are ecstatic after it was announced that the rookies will have a little tournament once again, and we have a few more updates on that subject that fans are very interested in. We're going to get into all that more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's get into this rookie report here. No, it's not a report from a rookie, but it is a report on our rookies. Last year, kind of before the training camp and preseason started, the Flames were part of a really fun tournament. Wasn't it in Penticton or somewhere, I believe, including the Canucks? The Oilers rookies were there as well. It was super cool. This year, it's not happening because the Canucks way back in January said they weren't going to do it. But there is still good news that has people excited, and it is that the Flames rookies will take on the Oilers rookies on Friday, September 12th and Sunday, September 14th. So part of next weekend, not this upcoming one, but next one. The Friday game will be in Edmonton in Shelbyville. I thought that was in The Simpsons. And the Sunday in Calgary, which is Springfield, also The Simpsons. Yeah, if you watch The Simpsons, you totally get it. Expect roster announcements in the coming days. And unfortunately, I don't actually have, a secondary update that has the rosters as well, because people are so excited to see which Flames will be a part of this, because some will be away at certain schools doing their training camps, maybe some of the junior stuff going on as well, but either way, it's exciting nevertheless. Now, this was a very intelligent comment that I saw on somewhere by Free the Flames. I can't even remember where I saw this, but they said, once again, looking at the prospects who should be able to play versus the Edmonton prospects, the numbers are few. So this person counts 13 CHL, and likely going back to the CHL is Hurtig from the Hitmen, of course, Hunter Lang, Jacob Battaglia, and then there's players turning pro. So Basha, Gradin, Suniev, King, Zane Parekh, of course, Morin, and then guys with 1 year pro, so Brustevich and Honzik, and the two goalies going pro in Sergeyev and Say. So that's some of the players that you can almost guaranteed expect to take part of this little rookie showcase, rookie tournament, whatever you want to call it, the head-to-head, the little Simpsons thing going on, the isotopes against whatever Shelbyville's name is. Then they either have to be allowing players with 2 years AHL experience, so guys like Siona, Bell, Grushnikov, or more, and or an older guy like Sam Morton, or they are inviting some ATO, PTO guys to prospects camp. So again, our kind of questions and speculations will be answered soon when the rosters are revealed. Either way, it'll be exciting knowing that, pardon me, some of these guys that people love to watch play, Parekh, of course, Basha, Gradin, Suniev, Battaglia, guys like that will all be involved, which is just super, super cool. And I actually do have a crazy other update about our beloved Zane Parekh. Get ready for this. Bomb about to be dropped. Boom, look at that. He's got a little mustache on. So Parekh mustache at the NHLPA Rookie Showcase. That was just hilarious. For some reason, this tweet did quite well. People like the look of Parekh with a mustache. It's pretty funny. Maybe one day he really will do it. Looks like he got Movember locked down if he ever wanted to, but that's the, I guess, the most fantastic update of these all. But what it kind of goes down to for the rookies is, can the rookies and the young guys really carry this team to the playoffs? Are they good enough to be a little bit better than what the Flames had last year? And of all places where this article comes from, it comes from Edge Hockey, so credit to them. Not going to go over the whole article. It was actually a pretty big one, but it tries to answer that question. So they said the message is clear. The path back to relevance runs directly through the Flames' burgeoning young movement, 100%. The 2025-26 season will serve as the ultimate referendum on this strategy. Is this a team poised to become the Western Conference's dark horse, powered by breakout performances and youthful exuberance? Or is this a dangerous gamble that risks another year of Calgary being on the outside looking in? The answer lies with a handful of kids who are about to have the weight of a franchise placed squarely on their shoulders. As you can see, I'm pretty sure this article was written by AI. But let's continue. Perhaps no prospect carries more excitement and intrigue than defenseman Zane Parekh. Now, apparently with a mustache. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but either way. The 9th overall pick from the 2024 draft isn't just knocking on the door, he's poised to kick it down. At just 19 years old, Parekh has done everything possible to prove he has outgrown junior hockey. His offensive numbers in the OHL are simply staggering for a defenseman. 96 points in 66 games a couple years ago, followed by an eye-opening 107 points in 61 games last season, a total that led all OHL Blue Liners and placed him 5th among all skaters. Crazy. His trophy case is already overflowing with the CHL Defenseman of the Year award and a Memorial Cup championship. In his brief NHL debut last April, he wasted no time scoring a goal. Yes, he averages 1 goal per game in his NHL career, best among all defensemen in NHL history. Pretty crazy there, but he's a big part of what could potentially be really good and help the Flames be better than they were last year. But the Flames, according to Edge Hockey here, are a legitimate dark horse. The franchise's quiet offseason was a calculated risk, a vote of confidence in their drafting and development. The team's success doesn't depend on an aging veteran finding the fountain of youth or a high-priced free agent living up to his contract. It depends on Dustin Wolf continuing his ascent to stardom. It depends on Matt Coronato and Connor Zary transforming from promising youngsters into consistent offensive threats. So Wolf, Coronato, Zary, all young guys, if Zary gets the contract, of course, but that's part of that youth movement. And it depends on Zane Parekh injecting a dynamic new element into their blue line, as well as other rookies. So with a blend of youth, established veteran leadership from players like Kadri and Backlund, and what should be excellent goaltending, Calgary has the potential to make some serious noise in the Western Conference. That sentence right there makes me seem like it's really written by AI because either way. A playoff berth is not just a possibility, it's a realistic expectation, and if everything aligns perfectly, they might just be a team that could do some damage and advance past the first round. The bet has been made. Now it's up to the kids to prove it was the right one, and that's who it comes down to. So kids can include guys like Wolf, Coronato, Zary, but also the kids in terms of the rookies, Parekh, and whoever else will get a chance in the NHL this year. A lot of people want to see Sunyev. A lot of people want to see Bruce Stevich. The list goes on and on. We can sit here and name at least 10 rookies that people would like to see. But either way, it's super, super exciting. Bit of a rookie report here that at least we get to see a little bit of a home and home, a slight little tournament with the Oilers rookies as well. It should be super exciting. The Oilers actually honestly have a couple good ones as well who are exciting. So it shouldn't just be, Calgary dominating, but hopefully they still do. Now let's get into a couple of other updates before we get into the comment of the day. Now the first one goes with, I guess, kind of youngsters. Well, some yes, some no. But either way, some AHL contracts were handed out. So the Wranglers have signed forwards David Silya and Carter Wilkie and goalie Connor Murphy. So not really a ton of total youth in there, but either way, it's still pretty cool. Let's get into what they are. So these are the actual, I guess, who they are. So signed by the Wranglers to AHL deals. Silya, he was on an AHL deal last year. He, I think, played a little bit, but wasn't he signed later on? I honestly don't remember clearly because I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Wilkie was on an AHL tryout last season after finishing college, so great that he's done that. Totally got an AHL contract this time, will be with the Wranglers. And then Connor Murphy was on AHL and NHL deals last year that were obviously signed a while ago, but now just an AHL deal makes sense. Will he be the number one guy down in the A? I really don't think so. It kind of depends who the Flames backup will be, but always good to have Mr. Murphy around, and that is fantastic. Now, the last thing I wanted to share with you guys was this interesting, I guess, standings projection that came out. So it's based on a model from JFresh. JFresh comes up with loads of analytics, data, stats, compiles it all, makes these kind of projections for so many different things. But these are the standings ones for next year. This is kind of the projection. Crazy. So the Flames would be, in this case, tied for the third least points in the league, only ahead of San Jose and Philly, but barely ahead of them, which is crazy. Now, in a year where the draft is supposed to be good, yeah, sure, I'm down. Why not just go to the bottom? But it is interesting. I don't know. Vancouver at 98 points. Of course, it has Edmonton and LA again in the first round. That makes sense. Utah going to be that good. Minnesota and St. Louis going to be that bad. Washington going to regress that much. Top team, Dallas. What about the Atlantic? What's going on there? Buffalo in the playoffs. Buffalo better than teams like Montreal and Detroit. Pretty crazy overall. But obviously for the Flames, 73 points. That is nuts. That's kind of what people expected for us last year. Look what happened. We got, 23 more points than that? This year kind of feels eerily similar, and I'm not the only one saying that. As one person under this said, look, I'd love it if the Flames tanked in the McKenna year, but at the same time, I know my Flames. He knows they're not going to tank like what is projected here. One person said, this is an amazing look. Another said, they're going to make it to the second round this year, just like the McDavid year. I mean, if you make it to the second round, might as well go further. And then the original guy said, long shot, but who knows, anything can happen. And it's so the Flames. They're not going to bottom out like this. We just know it. It's playoffs or nothing really heading into this season, I think, for the Flames. But who knows? Maybe if you get off to a slow start, you can finally commit to the tank, trade away all the vets, and maybe make Flames fans happy. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video, as we love to do here on the channel. It comes from yesterday's video, of course, and it kind of addresses something that is funny. So Dagger Path here, thank you so much for commenting this, but they said, yeah, there's a couple haters out there, but I love the trade rumor videos. I don't know why, but trade rumor videos, they get the most views by far, but they also get the most hate comments, I guess we can say. A lot of haters show up on those. Why watch the video then? Just don't watch it. It literally says trade rumors in the title of every single one. Either way, some people love those videos. I sometimes like making them. And overall, I appreciate you saying that. But he says, I don't have to be all over the internet to get Flames updates. Thank you so much. You can find them here and keep them coming. I really appreciate that. I know this is kind of like an ego builder. You guys are just going to be thinking, yeah, I'm just going to take the ones that glaze the channel and whatnot. But sometimes it just needs to be said. The hate comments get out of control on the trade rumor videos for some reason, but I'm glad some of you guys still enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.